It's true that for a gig in a stadium, when we all do the well, that part is like, yeah, give me goosebumps every time, and the whole stadium comes together. It may not be the best song, but it actually works in a stadium setup. So of course it has to be there.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Foos Files, the podcast for fans of the Foo Fighters. It's Dan here. Hope you're all having a great week so far. We're now into June, which means I can officially say I'm seeing the Foo Fighters this month. I really can't wait. So on that note, we're going to have a bit of fun with this week's episode. We're welcoming back a long-time listener and friend of the show, Maca Chocan, who, as well as being a big Foos fan, has a really cool concert and travel blog over on Instagram. And she's going to several dates on the European leg of the tour, which gets underway next Wednesday in Oslo, Norway. And what we're going to do, me and Maca, we've been talking about this for a few weeks now, is we're going to effectively pick the set list for the European leg of the Foos tour. And I know it's probably largely set in stone now based on the shows that they've been doing over the past few weeks and months. But you just never know, do you? You never know what surprises this band are cooking up behind the scenes. And it's always a fun topic anyway, isn't it? We've all got our own wild and controversial takes. We've all got our own favourite songs that they'll probably never play, but we can dream anyway. And, you know, if Dave Grohl said to us, here's a blank sheet of paper, write the set list for me for your dream Foo Fighters show, pretty much every single one of us would come up with, I don't know, in a list of 30 songs, we'd all come up with something pretty different, I think, as a collection of live songs. So we're going to stir the pot a little bit and have some fun and, yeah, throw out some of those hot takes about what we do and don't want to hear in the set list. Like I said, this is a subject that most fans have got pretty strong opinions on. So if you want to weigh in on the debate, then you can do so. Get in touch. Be great to hear from you. foosfilespod@gmail.com. So we'll get over to the main discussion now. It's great to welcome back to the podcast big Foo Fighters fan and concert and travel blogger all the way from Argentina, but currently living in Belgium. It's Maca.
For all of you old school motherfuckers, we got some old school. For the old school people, they used to stay in line for 5 fucking hours for a ticket. Tonight, we're gonna play a bunch of songs from the last 30 fucking years. So we got a lot of fun shit. How do we do it in under 3 hours?
Hi, Maca. Welcome back to the podcast. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing fine. Excited to be here and looking forward to a tour, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say we're in Foo season. It's June. So
Yay!
It's officially Foo season and the tour starts next week. And you're going to what? Is it about 5 dates?
4, because I have to give up one because a friend of mine got the good idea to get married on the very same day Foo Fighters are playing in Sweden. So I was like, I hate you, but I love you at the same time, and I know I have to be there. But yeah, I had to sell my tickets, so I'm going to see them in Warsaw, Paris, and in Liverpool twice. So it's 4 dates in total.
Yeah, that was a bit selfish of them, wasn't it? To
Yeah,
arrange the wedding
yeah.
on,
How could they? How could they? You should have seen my face when my friend told me I'm getting married on June the 12th. I'm like, oh, it wasn't ideal, but anyways, yes.
Yeah, she does know that you've got another 4 to fall back on, though, right? So,
Yeah, I think she said so. So I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Great. Well, I mean, we've been chatting about this for a while because, well, in anticipation of the tour, and one of the things we were going to talk about was the set list and what songs we want to see and play. And I mean, the working theory at the moment is because they've kind of been on and off tour all year so far. So deep down, probably thinking they're not going to do a lot different from what we've seen already. Although from Bottle Rock to Oslo, when the first show is, I think they'll have had like 18 or 19 days off. So maybe they've been cooking up a few surprises and stuff like that. But I don't know. What your thoughts?
I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna start very strong here. I'm getting quite bored of the same set list every time. I really really wish they would introduce some like really big changes, but I know they are not gonna do that because like I do understand that the shows are not really for hardcore fans only. So, I mean, if you're going to see a band for the first time, of course you wanna listen to the hits. So I do understand why they keep leaning on the same songs over and over again, and also because probably it's easier to play those because they don't have to rehearse as much. They know them by heart. I mean, not Ilan already, but probably the rest of the band, they know these songs by heart. They have played in dozens and thousands of times. But I really wish they would go like back and like take a look at the whole catalog and say, okay, we could at least switch a couple of songs here and there. Like, yeah. I have some controversial opinions about this.
I can't wait. I can't wait for your controversial opinions on this. So I've got a bit of a dichotomy here with this because I haven't seen them since 2024. So the last tour, right? I haven't been able to get to any of the pop-up shows or anything like that. So if you'd have asked me, like at the end of the last tour, give me some deeper cuts that you'd want to hear, I'd have probably put in like Exhausted and Hey Johnny Park. And because I watch every clip and every live stream and everything they do, I kind of feel like I've heard them now where I actually haven't. So I kind of want to hear them at Liverpool, but I also want to it wouldn't be that much of a surprise now, but that's just us being selfish.
Yeah,
diehard fans who watch everything, isn't it, nerds?
Yeah, but at the same time, again, like if they added 2 or 3 deep cuts, it wouldn't be that bad for people who haven't seen them already, never. So I mean, two or three extra songs would be fine. I mean, Dave and the rest can play for hours. I mean, if they want to. So and they usually like the show is about 3 hours more or less. They could talk less and play more. So if you ask me, they could actually play the hits. I don't care. It's fine. I mean, we all know the hits. We all love the hits, except for one. I'm going to tell you later, except for one hit that I don't want to hear anymore. But the rest of them, I'm fine with it. But yeah, they could actually throw in some deep cuts that they don't actually play that much. In fact, actually, Hey Johnny Park for me wasn't like a really deep cut. I mean, it was like let's say like a shallow deep cut, like one of these songs that, they are, I mean, they are well-known songs and they never play them. But I mean, I don't know, I can really think about, I should probably take a look again at the albums. But there are some other songs that you would say they would never play this. For example, Saint Cecilia. I love that song, but I know I've read somewhere that actually someone asked for that song at a concert and he shouted like, Saint Cecilia. And they've said, hell no, like, I'm never going to play that in my life. So I'm like, I don't understand the hate towards that song because for me, it's a banger. It's like really easy to sing. It's very uplifting. But I don't understand why they don't like it. In fact, I mean, if we're being honest, they don't play anything from Sonic Highways, anything from that record. I mean, it's like 8-10 songs. And for me, there are very good songs in that record, and they don't play any from it. And they play Best of You every damn time. I understand. Perfect. Also, like In Your Honor, you have a lot of songs from that album that you could play. You don't play them, just Best of You. I really don't understand their setlist decisions, but I mean, I don't know what's going on through Dave's mind. But yeah.
You kind of stole my thunder a bit with Saint Cecilia because that was on my sort of wish list. But that whole EP, they don't really acknowledge it that much. Like, when they did, we were talking about this on a past episode, but when they did the whole Substack thing for the anniversary and they did the notes on each album, and we went, right, okay, it's I know Saint Cecilia is not a full album, but it's an official release. Are they going to do something on that? And I don't think they did, but maybe that's just because it was an EP. They acknowledged the anniversary of it. at some
Yeah,
point.
but no no official recognition of the song live. I don't know if they had played it live. I'm not sure really. But I mean, that's one song that I would really like to hear. But apparently, yeah, Dave doesn't like it. I understand that there was some kind of same with Sonic Highways. Maybe it's just rumors. I think I read somewhere that there was a bit of a, I wouldn't say a fight, but like some bad blood between the band, like among the band members when they actually recorded that album. So that's why they don't play it anymore or never. So, but I'm not sure. Like, I mean, just theorizing about the reasons they don't include songs from it. Let's take aside, let's put aside Saint Cecilia, like the EP. Let's talk about Sonic Highways. But like, why do you don't play any songs from that album, which was an official album? Like, you released it and you don't play anything from it. I don't understand.
Yeah, I know, and I mean, it must be a nightmare for them trying to decide us. Like when we talked about doing this a few weeks back, I started putting together. All right, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to do my Foo Fighters set list, and I'm going to go for like maximum of 30 songs. And I started doing it, and I and I got to like 45 songs, and I was like, yeah, it's too hard. And I think I tried to be a bit too sensible in terms of as well, trying to balance it in terms of what they could do in terms of going, well, okay, you've got to have this, you've got to have this, you've got to have this, you've got to chuck some new ones in, and then maybe there's a space for 3 or 4. And even then, I was like, this is really, really, really hard to try and do. So I'd love to know what's on that whiteboard. You know, the photo that has popped up a couple of times, and you can see
I was
them
trying to
writing
zoom
on.
in.
Yeah,
I was trying to zoom in.
And he said in one of the interviews that we wrote down about sort of 40 or 50 songs when Ilan joined. So I would absolutely love to know what's on that and what hasn't been brought out yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I saw, I mean, when I took like a screen capture, I was trying to zoom in. I think I saw Low there. That apparently was Taylor Hawkins' favorite song. It wasn't Aurora, it was Low. And that's a really good song that they also don't play. I don't even remember when was the last time they played it, if they played it.
They did it at the first pop up in San Luis Obispo last year. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah,
and like zooming in, I think I recognize a couple of songs that they do play. It was there was one song from Sonic Highways. It was written like on the last column. It was, I think, something from nothing, and I was like, "Huh, they actually wrote it." But
that'd be cool.
That would be really cool. I mean, I'll be like, okay, I'm done. I can stop going to shows. That's a lie. But I mean, if I actually heard that song live, that would be really cool.
Yeah. But also, like none of us would have had like A320 on our bingo card, would we? So
no. I mean, I'm gonna be really, really honest with you, and I apologize to the hardcore fans, but to be honest, I didn't even remember that song existed. I didn't even know. And when they played it in this Dingwalls, this little church in Ireland, I was like, what is this song? And then someone told me, this is a song that recorded for Godzilla in 1990 something. And I was like, okay. And then I listened to the song. I really liked it. And they played it again in London. No, only in London, not in Manchester. These pop-up shows. And I was really glad to hear it. And I don't know if they're going to play it again because they played it like after the pop-up shows during the tour, let's say. They played it. So maybe it's there to stay, which would be really cool.
I've got a theory about that. And I reckon they've brought that back. And I could be completely wrong. I think that in August they're doing that Hollywood Bowl show with the LA Philharmonic Orchestra. Yes. So I reckon that's one that would work really well with the orchestra. So I reckon that's part of the reason, maybe. But that's just that could be I could be way off with that, but it just kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, they could have just rehearsed it and not play live. Like they could have just rehearsed it among them and between them, like inside somewhere in secret, and then just brought it out surprisingly during the concert.
Yeah,
But
that's true. Because to do it on a TV show as well, that's
yeah,
even stranger, isn't it? Yeah. So,
exactly. But actually, it's a cool song for a concert in a church. So
yeah,
maybe they liked it and they decided to keep playing it.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. All right, we're going to bring out some wild takes now. Then, so what's your because I've been saying for a while, right? I like All My Life as a song, and I'm not saying necessarily has to be dropped altogether, but
Yeah.
it needs a timeout as the opening track. Now it's had its time. It needs a break. So, what's your perfect opening track?
Well, I thought about that. And of course, I wrote down All My Life. But if we have to change it, I would probably could start the concert with No Way Back, Bridge Burning, or White Limo. I mean, Bridge Burning and White Limo, they've played it like on the set list. They are sometimes on set list, but they could be like show openers, I believe. I mean, they have the energy and the up tempo to be show openers. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think I told you this, but I'd got No Way Back as mine. Uh, and but I'd just love to hear it anyway. I don't care where they put it in. It's one of those songs I would just absolutely love them to bring back.
I should have Google when was the last time they played it, but I am guessing that since I don't remember if it was even a single from In Your Honor, but it's a good song from the album, and maybe they did it like after releasing the record. The same with Resolve and DOA. Well, of course, Best of You, but I actually got to know the band with Best of You, so I cannot really complain about Best of You. But it is true that that album has better songs and like or other good songs besides Best of You. And yeah, No Way Back is one of them.
Best of You, I'll stick up for that one because it's not. It wouldn't be in my favourite Foo Fighters songs by any means. And when it comes on the radio, it doesn't do a lot for me anymore. But it's the sing along at the end in the outro live that warrants being in there alone, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, I could criticize Best of You, but it's true that for a gig in a stadium, when we all do the well, that part is like, yeah, give me goosebumps every time, and it's kind of like a sing along, and the whole stadium comes together, and it's really nice. So yeah, I mean, as a song, it may not be the best song, but it actually works in a stadium setup. So of course, it has to be there. I mean, I couldn't say no, just take Best of You out of the set list. No, it's impossible. And like again, someone who hasn't seen the Foo Fighters ever in their life, they really should like be there when they do Best of You in the stadium, because it's a really great moment, actually.
Yeah, that has said that that gives it a stay of execution alone.
Yeah.
And it's the outro to the podcast, so I couldn't very well say it's it. So I'd have to change my outro, which I can't really be bothered to do at the moment to find something else. So yeah.
No. Actually, it works really well as an outro for the podcast, to be honest.
It does. It does. It's a couple of people have actually said to me, because normally the bit that people skip on podcasts is the intro and the outro, because if they listen to regular with any podcast, you hear the same music or jingle every time. And I've had a few people say to me, every time I listen, I kind of stay till the end just before that sing along. So I was like, yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. So yeah.
Perfect. Well chosen then.
yeah. All right then. So if you had to pick one album for them to heavily lean on in terms of they were picking their songs, you almost pretend like it's an anniversary of that album, but it's not. So they're playing more of that, if that makes sense.
Okay. I mean, my first choice, and because it's my favorite Foo Fighters album, is Wasting Light, but they already play a lot of songs from Wasting Light. So I'm gonna go with Sonic Highways first, because they don't play anything from that album. I mean, if they played something from Nothing, In the Clear, Congregation, The Fifth and the Famine, I Am a River, I would love to hear I Am a River live. I mean, I would actually cry my eyes out. And in second place, after Sonic Highways, I would again choose In Your Honor, because they don't play almost anything except from Best of You from that album. And I would again love to hear DOA, Resolve, Another Round, On the Mend, Razor. But I do know that, for example, the last three, Another Round, On the Mend, and Razor, are things that are songs that might work only, let's say, acoustically, just they with a guitar and that's it. But if they play one of those, I would be happy. Just one, only one of those, or just go with something from nothing, which actually works perfectly in a stadium setup, festival setup. It's very like uplifting and very like rocky and heavy on guitars, and it really works. So yeah, I would choose those two albums actually. First, something from nothing, and then In Your Honor.
You made an interesting point actually, because there's a few there's songs that I love to have on in my headphones. Like, so on Sonic Highways, I love Subterranean. I love it in the headphones when I'm chilling out, and I love to hear all the different parts because it's got an EBO and stuff like that, and all the different guitar parts in it. And I love the sound of it, but probably a bit boring to play live in a stadium. So it depends really. Do you want a short, kind of slow, melancholic, acoustic type section or not? It depends if you want that in your show.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I am a sucker for like a mellow section during a concert. I do like it because actually that's another controversial opinion. I am a bit tired of Dave shouting at the microphone, and he doesn't have a bad voice. It's like that he's kind of, I think, ruined it over the years because he smokes, he drinks, and he shouts. So I think as time passes by, his voice is getting like worse and worse. But when he does sing, which, for example, on the last record, I think it's in Child Actor, he actually sings more, and I really like it. So that's why I would like to hear him sing more and not shout at at the microphone as he does with Best of You, for example. Like, I've got it. I mean, I love it, but at the same time, it's like I could have like a bit of a chill moment during the concert with 2 or 3 songs that he could play with the guitar. We had that during the 2024 tour, and I loved it. Like when he stepped out at on the runway just with the guitar, him and Chris, him and Rami. It was really nice, and we got I think Skin and Bones and Statues, and what was the other one?
He was doing Under You as well, acoustic some of the time, wasn't he? Yeah, so.
And I loved it, and it's like, you should do more of that. But again, I'm guessing that if he does too many songs, I'm not saying too many songs, maybe 2, 3, as he did in 2024. I mean, it's nice because it actually gives you a moment to chill, to like relax, like get into it, because like otherwise the concert is like too hyped for many, many hours, and I'm already over 30 and I need a bit of a break during the concert.
Yeah, the acoustic bit on the last tour, it was quite funny because I had this conversation with my wife, and she can't stand Skin and Bones. It's her least favourite Foos song. So when we went to the Birmingham show, we were stood up and we had general admission. We didn't want to lose our spot. When we saw them in Boston, we had seats. So you could obviously just go out and come back to your seat. As soon as they stepped down the runway with the guitar and the accordion, Skin and Bones is coming. She was like, "Do you want a drink?" And I was like, "Okay." So,
she left. She actually left.
Quick drink in a toilet break. Yeah. So.
Oh my God,
really
no.
Doesn't. She's got
so rude.
Yeah,
sorry.
She's got a problem with that song. So, yeah.
I mean, I've heard that opinion before. Like, not many people like that song. I mean, it's okay-ish. I mean, I don't hate it. There are other songs I hate more. But yeah, I mean, they could have chosen something else, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, listening to something that I haven't heard before, because never heard Skin and Bones live, except from Birmingham. And I think they did it. No, only in Birmingham. Yeah, only in Birmingham. Because like before in London, they did different ones. And in Glasgow, they did different ones. So yeah, I think it was only once.
To be fair, in a defence as well, with the going to the bar and the toilet during that, I think it's different as well. If you're seeing the show for the second time, it's a bit easier to do that, isn't it? I've done that. I've had that before when we've seen multiple shows on the same tour, and you're kind of like, oh, I know what's coming now. And some people as well. Bruce Springsteen did it on his last tour. He told the same story before all the songs as well, and I went, okay, yeah, I know he's going to tell this story before Last Man Standing. Now I'm going to just quickly go and go to the toilet and come back because I know exactly I know the whole monologue. Yeah, so Anyway, I went off topic a little bit. My album to lean on heavily. Well, I've kind of got two answers actually, because I am really into the new album, and I don't want them to just do like 3 or 4 songs off it. I'd like them to just push it a little bit further and do 5 or 6. So
Okay.
that's recency bias.
Okay.
Because it's the new album. And this is a bit obvious, and I'm kind of thinking that they're going to do this next year because it'll be the anniversary. But Colour and the Shape, and I've said this because I'd really, really, really love to hear Wind Up and New Way Home. They're my two that they're unlikely to play them, and I just absolutely love them to be in there.
New Way Home, they played it. I mean, to be honest, I listened to it randomly in a festival in Germany in 2023. I think it was one of the first concerts they did after Taylor's passing and after coming back to touring. They played in Rock am Ring, which is actually no, it's Rock am Ring and the other one. The one it's in Nuremberg. Rocking Park, and they play New Way Home because I was there with someone that loved that song, and he had been to like, I don't know, 50 concerts already, like Foo Fighters concerts, following them since 1994, and it was the first time in his life he heard that song. I was like, wow.
All right, we're gonna play another one for the fucking super old school fans. We don't do this one a lot at all. This was from our second record. It's called New Way Home. It sounds like this.
According to our friends at Foo Fighters Live, they've played it 174 times in total, but you're one of the lucky people that's got to hear it, and I haven't yet, so hopefully one day.
One day, yeah. I mean, they are very random sometimes with songs, so they probably not really super random, but yeah. I mean, if they played it in a random festival in Germany, they probably will. The song will pop up again. I'm really sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so a sort of more simple question before we go really nuclear on this: what are the absolute must plays out of not just the hits, but the bread and butter ones that you'd?
Okay, I'm gonna read you the list I made.
Okay.
So the songs that I must play, of course, well, All My Life, The Pretender, Times Like This, My Hero, Learn to Fly, but it could be replaced by Long Road to Ruin because I like it more. Then I wrote Monkey Wrench, but actually Monkey Wrench is a song I was telling you I hate. So they could actually take it out and replace it for Wheels because I love that song and it's it's a really good song. They don't play it that often.
You say Wheels?
Wheels, yes, Wheels.
See, a lot of fans hate on that for some reason, and I really like it. So
yeah. Honestly, I don't care. I want them to play it. If you ask me if I am in charge here, they should play it. So yeah, Wheels, then Best of You. I added No Way Back because I really want them to play something else from In Your Honor. Everlong, of course. This Is a Call or I'll Stick Around. I like I'll Stick Around more than This Is a Call, so I would leave I'll Stick Around. Generator, I also like that one, and they should play it. Walk, of course. These Days, Aurora, which I wouldn't choose if I didn't know that they played it because of Taylor. But I do like the song. It's a really nice song. Breakout or Stacked Actors, but I would choose Breakout in the first place because it's really like a really like a pogoing song, and I do have really fond memories of that song when they played it in Argentina. So I would really like to listen to it again. The Sky is a Neighborhood, of course, because they played already. Run, I don't know why they don't play that often, but it should be on the set list. Something from Nothing, because again, they don't play anything from Sonic Highways. Arlandria or Rope. I mean, if you ask me, I would keep both. White Limo, Bridges Burning, Rescued or Under You. But if I have to choose, probably Rescued because Under You is like too emotional. And then No Son of Mine or Shame Shame, but I do prefer No Son of Mine. And that's, I think, like that's my core set list. I would probably I add more, but I mean, those are the songs that for me couldn't be missing from the set list.
See, I've got some opinions on that. So, Stacked
Go ahead.
Actors, yes, I've been like, that's in my top 3 Foo Fighters songs.
Wow.
And I mean, I haven't been to as many shows as you over the past few years, but it's been a while since I've seen them do that. So I really, really, really want them to play that. Breakout, I'll never be disappointed with, because I think that was the first Foo Fighters song I heard. So got a very sort of emotional attachment to that. Yeah, Aurora, I kind of get that as well. I do love it. And it's got to be in there, hasn't it? Now we know what we know. What were the others that you? So Run, yeah, I agree with you on that. And it's not one. It's not one I'd go to listen to, like on Spotify or anything. But live, it's a different beast, isn't it? So
yes,
it's
definitely.
and I'd probably put Low in that category as well. So, and then the one I disagree with is No Son of Mine. I'm bored of that now.
Okay.
That'd get the chop from me now. I'm a bit bored of it. So
okay, yeah. I mean, if you ask me, Medicine at Midnight is not. I mean, it's not my top. Not even my top 5 Foo Fighters album. So if I didn't play anything from that, I wouldn't care. And in fact, I would rather listen to other songs from that album, like "Waiting on a War." I really like that song, and I think they never played live. But yeah, No Son of Mine and Shame Shame, I chose them because they work live, but those are not really my favorites from the album, to be honest. But again, if we have to think about a live setup, those work. But I would rather hear again, like "Waiting on a War." I really like that one, but I don't think they will ever play it.
And you had either one of Under You or Rescued.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think the point around that I was going to say, and a few people I discussed this with as well, we were saying, understand about, but here we are being about it. It was a moment in time, wasn't it, after Taylor? So I can understand why they probably want to draw a line under some of those songs a bit now. At the same time, it'd be a bit of a shame to discard that album altogether, because it's a really, really lovely album, isn't it? So,
I mean, if you ask me, it was a better album than Your Favorite Toy. Sorry, but not sorry.
I think I'd probably agree with you, but yeah, I just hope they don't discard it altogether, because there's stuff on there that doesn't really sound like anything else in their catalogue.
Yeah, I do like when Dave gets emotional and like really deep dives on like what he's feeling and can actually. I mean, he's a good songwriter. So I mean, for me, that album was really emotional, and I remember the first time I heard it, I actually cried. I mean, not only thinking about Taylor, but also like the songs like really make me feel something. And with My Favorite Toy, I liked it. And in fact, the songs that I like the most about that album are the ones that he actually leans on more like emotional songwriting. But yeah, I do understand, like you, that they don't play it or they don't want to play that much because it's actually like linked or attached to a very like special moment in time. But yeah, I wouldn't like either for them to forget it, because it's a good album and it's part of the catalog. But maybe it will get the Sonic Highways treatment and be forgotten forever.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I bet the Teacher is probably one of the most fun songs they've got to play. But emotionally, you can probably understand why he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, and it was like, I mean, it wasn't the show ending in 2024, but almost. I think it was like the song.
It was the last
Everlong.
one. It was in the encore, with Everlong.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and it was amazing. Like the visuals, they with a double neck guitar. I loved it. I really loved it. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's like, again, it's like attached to a very particular moment in time. So yeah, I don't think they will play that very often.
Yeah, they've been doing. I think it's Nothing at All, isn't it? That's the one that has been in and out this year. So
yeah,
they haven't forgotten about that album completely, which is good. So okay, controversial take then, and you've kind of alluded to it already. Which of the big hits would you leave out?
Monkey Wrench. No doubt about that. If they never play Monkey Wrench again, I wouldn't mind. To be honest, live it works. It's really fun to sing to, but maybe it's because I'm not an English native speaker or whatever, but I don't really get that song. It doesn't make me feel anything. It's like, I think it's even a stupid song. Even that one or Learn to Fly, and it's like, meh. I mean, those two, I do remember that when I went to see them in London in 2024, I went with a friend. I mean, someone I met at the hostel, and she saw me leaving early, and she was like, I'm gonna go with you. Okay, let's go queue together, blah, blah, blah. So we spent the show together. And her favorite song, she was seeing the Foo Fighters for the first time, was Learn to Fly. And I was like, okay, I mean, I'll cheer for you, but I don't care about that song. I don't like it. Same with Monkey Wrench. My, would say, love for it grew a little bit after I saw Adam. I think you talked to him recently. When I saw Adam singing that song so passionately and in front of Dave, I mean, I always remember that moment. I mean, I was so happy for him. I always remember that moment when I listened to that song again. But it's not that I would miss it if it was missing from the set list, to be honest. Sorry, Adam, but yeah.
I was going to say you're going to break Adam's heart there, but
I know, but I don't care.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Monkey Wrench completed it, mate. Now Adam's done it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. What about you? What was the song that you? Mind?
Mine's less controversial, but I think you'll probably hate this. What one or you? You don't need both of Walk and These Days in there.
No.
To me, they're a bit too. I don't hate either of them, but it's been done, and they're a bit. I see them as being a little bit sameish. So, no. as a compromise, I'll say one or the other. But not both.
Okay. Well, I mean, I could take that. If they play These Days and they don't play Walk, or if they play Walk and they don't play These Days, I would be fine. But if they completely erase those two, the both of them from the setlist, I would be.
There'll be a riot. Yeah.
I'll probably get on a stage and kill someone. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not saying I hate either of them. I'm just saying it's kind of been done, and one or the other is fine.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I understand.
Yeah, I think.
But Walk is my favorite song, so I wouldn't take it away. I wouldn't take it off the set list.
in that case, we'll scrap These Days.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Yeah, sure. All right, one song that you can guarantee they won't play, but you wish they would.
Play Cecilia. I already said it because, I do have the feeling that Dave doesn't like it. So apparently it's just a rumor, but it's completely forgotten. On an EP, which, not an official release, whatever. I mean, it is, right? An EP is an official release, but at the same time, it's not an album. So no, I don't think they would play it. And also, I thought about that, and I wrote Saint Cecilia. What was the other one? Yes. Walking After You, February Stars, DOA, Resolve, and Home. All of those, I don't think they'll ever play them. It's been a while, so I don't think they'll ever bring them back. I don't see any reason for that either. So, but I would really like to listen to any of those songs live. February Stars, it makes me quite emotional. So I would really, really, really like to hear. I mean, also with the guitars and live, I would think it would sound incredible. But no, don't think they would play that.
I was listening to the acoustic version of that the other day because I did that episode about the acoustic tour, and I went back and listened to some of the live stuff from then, and it is really lovely. But I wrote down Wind Up. I had Saint Cecilia as well, and somebody was hating on this the other day. But see what you think. I also wrote The One.
The One, okay.
And I can't remember who it was, but somebody on one of the fan groups I was talking to was hating on that song. And I was like, why? It'd be absolutely incredible if they brought that one out.
Today I will be performing a scene from the movie Orange County in which my character, Jack Black, is asleep on the couch when he receives an important phone call from his brother, Sean.
Why were they hating on it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Okay. But yeah, again, I agree with you. I mean, no, I don't think they will play any of those songs. I mean, I really hope they surprise us. But again, I think by now the set list is like a bit fixed, or mostly 80%. I mean, the other 20, yeah, they do like replay some songs here and there. But yeah, the set list is quite fixed, which, yeah, again, makes me a little bit bored. But I cannot really say, oh, okay, I will never go see Foo Fighters again because they don't change the set list. It's because like I go there because I feel very happy every time I go and very energized and the joy it gives me. Not really because of the set list, to be honest.
And you go to a lot of shows, so it's different. If you go to multiple shows, isn't it? Your view of it's very different because you're getting the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much
5 times in a row. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't wanna be selfish about that. So again, I mean, I do understand there's a lot of people who never seen them live or they don't see them as often as me. So yeah, I mean, it's actually kind of on me to go see them so many times and expect a big change on the set list because I know they won't.
Right, here's a bit of a left field one, and I think I kind of know what the answer to this might be. Are you allowing any cover songs?
No, not really. That's something I also thought about. I was like, nah, you don't need that. You already have a huge catalog you could pick songs from, so you don't need to cover any other band. You're already a big band, and I know you like Motorhead or whatever, but you don't need to do that, and we don't need that. I don't need that. You don't need that. And it's like, nah.
Well,
No,
I'm gonna throw a massive what if at you here, and this is particularly relevant to you, knowing you and your music taste, and same for me as well here. And I totally agree with you when they start doing medleys of various covers of Beastie Boys and whatnot, and I'm kind of going, rather than doing 5 minutes of this, you could fit another Foo Fighters song in there, right? But what if in Liverpool they bring Paul McCartney on stage?
Nah. This is nah. Don't do this to me. No, you can't say that.
I can, and I will, and it might happen. You never know.
Don't even get me started.
But is it too? But yeah, I don't know. Is that too obvious? And Paul's busy, so.
Nah, Paul is busy, but he's been everywhere. I mean, the marketing campaign, a bit off topic, but the marketing campaign for his last album, like the Boys of Dungeon Lane, is been insane. He's been everywhere. I mean, I've seen him everywhere. So I do believe there is a slight chance. I mean, of course, he's busy, but I do believe that since they are friends with Dave, I mean, I think there is a massive chance that he will be there. And I think I'm getting ahead of you, but if Paul McCartney showed up, they would probably do a Beatles cover, and that I would allow it. That's the only thing.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
If he wants to do a Beatles cover or he wants to do Band on the Run, I'm more than happy to. And you can never say no to seeing a Beatle.
No, never. I could never. I mean, when I went to that Tribus concert and Paul McCartney showed up and they play Helter Skelter, Oh Darling, those two. And they could probably do Helter Skelter again. And I wouldn't mind. I would be happy to listen to that again.
I don't know if Paul's voice can handle Helter Skelter anymore.
No. Actually, they did it with Chrissy Hind, and and Dave, of course. So, but anyway, I mean, if it's just Paul like jumping in there a little bit and play the bass, and blah blah blah, I would be happy to. Yeah, that's the only cover I would allow by now.
I told you. I told you that was a massive what
but
if.
you tricked me. That's not fair.
I'm amazed you didn't see that coming, to be honest with you. But
no. Yeah, you're playing with my hopes. I really have my hopes up for him to show up, but you never know. And that's why I'm going to both Liverpool shows, because I know that if I go to a Thursday and he shows up on Saturday, I'm gonna kill myself. So I mean, I'm taking my chances to try to see them, to try to see him at least once. Because if he shows up on a Thursday, maybe I will be happy and I'll probably sign my ticket for Saturday. Maybe not, because that's a lie and we all know it. But yeah. That's why I'm going to both shows, actually.
Well, you're putting a lot of eggs in the Paul McCartney basket here.
Yeah.
Great. Right. Okay. So the last last talking point that I was going to go through here is, right, we're going to play a little game of in or out here. So I'm going to go through the new album. I'm going to read all the tracks out, and you're going to say in or out in terms of whether they're going to actually, or you want them to play them. So, Caught in the Echo.
Let me go through my mind and like recall the song. Wait a second. How many songs am I allowed to include in the setlist from the new album? Is there a maximum or a minimum?
As many as you want. As many as you
okay.
want.
It could be. I mean, Caught in the Echo actually reminds me of the one song in Wasting Like. I think it was Rope. Rope. I think it reminds me of Rope. I think it like sounds a little bit like Rope. I think it's Rope. I'm not sure, but yeah, Caught in the Echo. I think it would be in.
Okay. Of All People.
Nah, you can leave that out.
Okay. Window.
Definitely in. Definitely in. One of the best ones in the album.
Okay.
The riff, very good.
Okay. The title track. Your favorite toy.
Yeah, I should be there. Yeah, I should be there. I like it.
100%. I know what you're going to say to this because I think we've both got the same favourite track. If you only knew.
Yeah, should be there. And if he managed to play a good.
That's your favourite. Is that your favourite? That's
that one and Child Actor actually. So
okay, yeah. If you only knew, that's my favourite. Bit Shine.
Nah, not really.
Okay.
Out.
Unconditional.
I like it, but nah, out.
Okay. Child Actor.
In, definitely in.
Okay. And then Amen Caveman.
Nah, I don't like that one. And I don't get it. I don't get the lyrics. It's like nah, out.
And then Asking for a Friend.
Yeah, definitely in. Should be in. Definitely. I mean, it was the first song they released from that album, and I really liked it when I heard it. So yeah, it should be there.
Okay, so you've picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you've got Caught in the Echo, Window, your favourite toy, If You Only Knew, Child Actor, Asking for a Friend. So it's not too much different to what I picked. I had Caught in the Echo in, Of All People in, Window in. In fact, so the first 5 songs, I had all of them in.
Okay.
Spit Shine, nah, I find it a bit throwaway, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Unconditional, I did have in. I ummed and ahed about Child Actor. And it's Child Actor I was a bit 50-50 with. I just didn't quite make it for me, but I kept changing my mind. Amen Caveman out again, find it a bit throwaway, and I had Asking for a Friend. So I think I had 6 as well. But you had Child Actor and I had Unconditional, so we were close there. We were nearly the same.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I do have. I mean, I've talked to other people who, of course, listen to the album. Yeah, I mean, opinions are a bit split, but I think, I mean, again, if you only knew and Child Actor, I chose them because for me, the more emotional songs in the album, and I do like that side of Dave. So that's why I would like to hear them live. But and the other ones, I mean, are kind of, again, it's not my favorite album, but if they played some of those songs, I would be satisfied.
Yeah, I said this before, that it's one of those where if they really had the balls to stand up and go, maybe not in a stadium, but in a smaller show, right, this is our new album and we're going to play the whole thing in full. It's not a long album either. It's only, just over 30 minutes.
Yeah.
If they said we're going to do that, that'd actually be quite fun. And then you've still got another 2 hours or something to fill it with the other stuff. I wouldn't be against it at all. They did it with Wasting Light
a
couple of times.
Yeah, and I don't think they've done that again. So they could totally do it. And as you said, they still have 2 hours left to still play. But again, I don't think. I mean, if you actually think of it, they don't play. I mean, for 3 hours in full. They actually
No.
talk a bit, and they do the band introduction and the covers, and it's like I do enjoy Dave's stories and stuff. But again, I would rather hear him sing songs that he doesn't usually do, and play for like really for like 3 full hours. And as you said, like if they did the full album, and they call it your favorite toy tour or your favorite toy plus whatever tour, as Green Day did with I think Dookie and what's the other artist?
Green Day did Dookie and American Idiot in the same show, both in full,
Yeah.
and then still did
Yeah.
like another hour and a half, didn't they? So that's
Yes,
incredible.
exactly. Yeah. And it actually played other songs from other albums as well. So it's like, I'm quite happy if you do that. You can, but again, I don't think. I mean, I have the feeling that Dave is a bit of a people pleaser, so he really likes people to enjoy the show and be there, buy the tickets, whatever. So also he knows that not always are the hardcore fans going to the shows. I mean, again, as we said before. So yeah, again, I don't think he will be that bit of a rebel and said, okay, yeah, we're gonna play my favorite toy in full. I don't care what you think. Do whatever. You already pay for the ticket. You are here. You have to listen to it. And I would be fine. I mean, I don't mind. But no, yeah. Again, as you said.
I think the other thing you've got to caveat as well with this tour, there's parts of Europe that haven't had the Foo Fighters over there for probably since before COVID. I don't know the exact timelines of past European shows, but obviously the last tour they didn't do a proper European tour, did they? They did a couple of festivals. So there's parts of Europe that they just don't get them. We're a bit spoilt in the UK. We get them every couple of years. Yeah. In some form.
Yeah.
So
I'm guessing that the biggest fan base is in the UK. I mean, I don't know what they look at when they decide where to tour, but they have fans all over Europe. Like UK aside, leaving UK aside, they have fans in Spain, in Italy, in Portugal, in Belgium, in the Netherlands, in France, and blah blah blah. And they don't go there alone. I mean, I think this is, again, as you said, the first time since COVID that they played on their own, because they have a European tour organized or planned for 2022 when Taylor passed away. So it's the Warsaw and Stockholm and Oslo, and what else they're playing? I already say Warsaw. Well, Paris. Yeah, they haven't been there in years. So yeah, true. I don't think they will. They have to actually make these people feel.
Yeah, they've got to give
happy.
them what they want. Yeah, so
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Great. Any more thoughts on the tour? Any particular show you're looking forward to more than the other?
Probably, the Liverpool ones, but because of Paul McCartney. Just because I have this slight hope that he will show up. But, I mean, the show in Paris, I'm also looking forward to it because it's a pretty small place. I mean, it's an arena, but it's like 40K, something like that. So it's kind of the smallest show of the tour. Because like Warsaw is a stadium, Oslo is a stadium, Stockholm is a stadium, Liverpool, big stadium as well. So, and then they're playing festivals, like they're playing Madrid, they're playing in Italy, like in the I Festival, I think. So they're playing Portugal again in another festival. So I think Paris will also feel quite intimate. But again, I saw them in London in February, so in the pop-up show, so I cannot really ask for an intimate show.
No,
I already done that, and I'm still incredible that I had the chance to do that. So, but I'm looking forward to Paris and to Liverpool. Definitely. You're gonna be in Liverpool, right?
Yeah, Saturday I'm in Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah, I've double booked on the Thursday because I've got Fatboy Slim.
Yeah. Kind of a different vibe, actually.
Yeah, very different. Well, great stuff. Enjoy the month of Foo anyway, and look forward to catching up with you to report back on some of the other shows, and I'll hopefully see you in Liverpool as well on the Saturday.
Yeah.
So.
No, I really hope we can see each other in Liverpool, at least to say hi, because we've talked many times and we've never seen each other. So
exactly,
it's
exactly.
We live in different countries, so it's
normal, the plan. I mean, you'll be railing it, won't you? You'll be queuing all day. I think my plan is I'm gonna I've got some people to catch up with. I'm going to try and get some content and stuff as well while I'm up there, because it's the first time the podcast's been out on location as such. So yeah, but hopefully see you there.
Yeah. Hopefully. Well, we'll keep in touch.
I'm not finished. The song's not over yet. There's more. Just a little bit.
That was a lot of fun. Thanks, Maca. Let's bookmark this one, and then in a few weeks' time, we can see if any of our hopes or prophecies or dreams have become a reality. And as mentioned, I am going to be at the show at Anfield, Liverpool, on Saturday the 27th of June. So if you're going to that one, please do give me a shout, because the plan is to record some content with fans while I'm up there and just generally say hello if you are a listener and are going to be there. It's my first chance really to be on location, if you like, as the host of Foos Files, and so want to record some content, but also be able to say hello to some of the listeners who I've been engaging with online for a while, but not actually met in person yet. So that'll be really cool. Drop us a line, foosfilespod@gmail.com, or on Instagram @foosfilespod. So that's it for this week. Thanks for listening to Foos Files. If you're enjoying the show, you know the drill by now. Hit the follow or subscribe button on your favourite podcast app to make sure you never miss an episode. And if you are going to one of the European dates and want to feature on a future episode, as you know, we always like to do a recap. So again, get in touch on the email address that I've just mentioned or on the Instagram DMs too. Take care, and I'll see you next time.